it's Palace. We are going to Portugal today. I'm gonna take you along with us. I've got my whole fam, we're gonna round up, and it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be a quick trip. 7 days, fast, fun, and fury. I got my suitcase, and I got my backpack, and I got my big heart. So we're gonna make friends, make lovers and enemies, and way much more. But most of all, what are we gonna make? Can I hear, does anyone in the crowd know what we might make? Yes, you over there.
Memories.
Memories! Let's go! We're getting ready to board our plane. This is 2 hours. Where are we going?
Chicago.
Chicago. What are we gonna do in Chicago?
Get on another flight.
And then
Get on a plane.
to another flight.
So yeah, we did start by flying to Chicago, and then we flew to Madrid, and then we flew to Lisbon, Portugal, which is actually where we were going to be staying for 4 days of complete bliss, happiness, joy, family fun time with a little bit of family friend time. Through all these planes, we continued on with these aching booties, you know it. Luckily, on the way there, we would not miss a single flight. Not to foreshadow too much, but on the way back, we might miss a flight, and we might happen to leave our luggage somewhere in Madrid. The possibilities are endless. With 3 hours of sleep, we arrived in Portugal. This instantly refueled us. We had this newfound energy and excitement. We Ubered to where we would be staying, climbed up 6 floors to our Airbnb to put our luggages down, get a beautiful view of the Rua Augusta Arch, which was recovered after the big earthquake of 1755. Just thought I'd add a little blip of historical context in there. We had a few minutes to refresh. For example, some of us took off our compression socks because the last thing we want on a flight is a blood clot. We have a whole day ahead of us planned. We follow a strictly crafted itinerary, carefully curated by my father. He wrote in this plan for us to specifically get celebratory drinks, so this was a non-negotiable.
That's my mood.
From a long day of labor, work tomorrow, this is your day off. Get off the pole. Okay.
Right after lunch, we started roaming around visiting various spots. Then we headed to the Church of the Convent of Santa Maria do Carmo, which was broken down from the earthquake in 1755. Come on, you gotta remember that by the end of this, and it was never fully rebuilt. Despite my dad's meticulous planning skills, he did not check to see the hours of operation. Neither did the other 5 of us in the group, so not his problem. But if you're wondering, the church is closed on Sundays. We prevailed and made our way to get ginga, which is a Portuguese liqueur made from ginga berries and sour liqueur. To me, it kind of tasted like cinnamon, so what's not to love? Come on.
Eat the balls! Eat the balls! Eat the balls!
There's 4 of them in there.
After our jingo, we decided to climb up those 6 flights of glorious stairs again and get showered and changed, because who knows the last time we showered. I knew mine wasn't since at least 2023. We got all cleaned up for our dinner, our rooftop dinner. This was the night of all night. I personally had one of my favorite meals here. My drink was delicious. I'm pretty sure the boys tried some bull tail. I didn't try the bull tail, but next time I go, 1000% I'll try it and I'll let you know, okay, for sure. We used up our allotted 1.5 hours of rooftop time before heading down a dead end. But thank goodness we went down this dead end, because I was able to stumble upon this little concert and dance. Not about the journey, it's about the destination. Come on.
Trying a pasta donata. I think that's good, actually. Oh, it's the pastors. Come on in. Good morning. Today we're getting ready to go on a really fun guided tour. I decided to wear a turtleneck just to be a little classy. Some corduroy pants just to be a little nasty. White belt with some white shoes. And what jewelry do I have on? Classics. I also have this over there. That's gonna be my a few little dids and dads that I brought. Right there. That'll be my towel section. Here, I'll let you see. That'll be the towel section. Over here's the get ready, water, drinking area, refill section. We get a little pan over there. What am I excited for about today? They've been asking me the whole day this. What are you excited for? What are you excited for, Palace? I'm excited to see some stuff. I hope I get breakfast too.
Now, to get ready for this guided tour, I wanted to get breakfast, as I mentioned less than 5 seconds ago. Not many places in Europe open early. They have a little more ease, a little more relaxation than they do in the US. But that's okay, because us Americans, at least me, myself, I will find somewhere to eat because I need breakfast. Nobody really wants to deal with grumpy me. And you know, we're teetering. We're teetering constantly. You never know what's gonna happen. Remember to smile, guys. Always remember to smile. So the first objective was to get breakfast. The only place that was open at this time was Starbucks, and they just opened at 7 a.m., so we were there. We were like the second ones in line, and we got some food and hopped on down to Hard Rock Cafe, hopped into this dark van, and our tour guide just started driving, taking us all around Portugal. He walked us through Pena Palace, which is a multicolored palace perched on top of a hill in Portugal. We had to climb several flights up there. We actually cheered my mom on. We gave her some butt spankings as she got to the top, like they would do before a basketball game, like a walk-on intro kind of thing, or you're in the middle of running a marathon. You're running through a tunnel and getting those butt spankings. After Pena Palace, we transitioned into beachside landscapes. Now the winds, we're talking maybe 1,000 miles per hour. My hair was flipping all over my face. Every time I opened my eyes, it got whipped. It was a little hard to open my eyes. Then in the blink of an eye, it's lunchtime, and we got a classic Portuguese lunch. Yummy.
Cheers.
We're coming up on Dracula's house here. Dracula himself is giving us the tour.
Yeah, Dracula actually is his real name.
If we look to my right, there's Count Dracula's house. People asked me years and years ago, what happened to Count Dracula? And what do I say every time?
I don't know.
He's the vampire.
So we made our way touring different types of wells, Dracula's house, Dracula's vineyards, before we headed to dinner reservations that were actually for the following night. But we came a day early because we were that excited. And guess what? The boys got their octopus and ink rice. Good on them.
It's a beautiful lesbian morning out here. Let's hit the day. Let's get going. Let's play.
Welcome to our house in Lisboa. I'm gonna give you a little tour, but come on. This is our first shower. A few people have showered in there so far. Next shower, laundry, lavage, if you will. You can do your laundry in there. You can also shower in here. And then if I turn around to the toilet, you can poop in there, or pee, or diarrhea. You can also throw up. You can get some bloody noses and stuff your bloody toilet paper in there if that were to happen to you. This is one of my favorite rooms. I've been spending the most time in here. We have some dishes we wanted. Let's go. Dinner table. This is my backpack that I like to take with me. That's what I was saying about the dork, right? Who carries a little backpack with a water bottle on it around. Okay, come on. This is Ben's seat. Put him in here. He says, and we don't let him out until the grown-ups are done eating. Tess, I love this stuff. Love it. Thank goodness it's here. Ben's toy. Over here, you'll find me sitting all the time. Hold on for a second.
I know, but I said I had a friend, so we can go down.
You guys are ruining your vlog. Make sure you get Connie and Pipey in it. These are my best friends. I've been hanging out with them so much. I love them. They wouldn't let me sleep with them last night, so I'm gonna try again tonight. Tonight's the night.
Now the day ahead began when we climbed down our 6 flights of stairs. I will say, going down is easier than going up. The first stop was The Coffee, and this would not be our last time here. Give it a day or two. We will be back. We will always be back. This was one of the best coffees I had in Lisbon. I'm sure it was sugar-packed, but so be it. We toured more castles and historical places in Lisbon today. We went to notable places, including, but not limited to, the Lisbon Cathedral, St. George's Castle, and the Farmer's Market. Piper and I did get some matching Sister Love tiles, since Lisbon is known for the tiles that they use to decorate their buildings. When we finally reached the farmer's market, the heat and hills did start to get to me. One end of the farmer's market was at the bottom of the hill and the other end was at the top. I was losing steam kind of quickly. My legs were losing their momentum. I had to tell my family, life is all about communication. You have got to have good communication with the ones you love. I pulled them to the side. We had a sit-down conversation. I have got to sit soon because I'm getting tired. My legs are hurting. Or I need some sort of energy revival. We started walking around looking for maybe a coffee shop or something, and instead we saw breakdancers. This instantly, I'm back to life. I'm back to life. I found a coffee shop 0.3 miles away. We went there. It was amazing coffee as well. 2 good coffees in a day.
We're at Espresso Lab. I got the salted caramel. What'd you get, Brian? You did? No. Good. It tastes like coffee. Go to Espresso.
Okay.
Welcome back, Calsters. I missed you guys. Did you miss them?
Pasta de natas. We can talk about pasta de natas.
Why do they call them that?
I think it's pastel at the end.
Yeah.
Portuguese, Piper.
But
What do you want to do with your pastel de nata? They don't know how to eat one. They don't know how to.
I'm not eating it. I'll show them how to do it. Yes.
And then if you were going to eat it, how would you do that?
I would just shake the excess off so you don't inhale it.
And then what would you do after that?
I'd put it in your mouth.
my mouth. I hope my dad would not put that. Connor and Benadryl. Together, we're like, let's get some Pokemon cards. Got 150 of them, probably worth like $300. They are going to be rich after this. They set up a scam account.
Ben and Connor scams.
Scams linked below. I'll show you my favorite card. And how do they know this was my favorite card right on top? This is Prefabugos. No stars because I don't care about the stars. I care about the personality and the. What do we get? We got something new popping up. Water. pH 9.5.
9.5.
Pure.
That's pretty.
pH stands for pretty hungry. What else could it stand for? His hand. Pop pop. Not liking that one. Nobody liked it. Poopy holes. Penguin handgun. Got a few out of that.
After we got coffee, we split ways so I could go to a cool little fancy ballet shoe store. When we left, Ben and I headed over to the Monkey Mash, which was a bar everybody was at. My dad specifically wanted to go to the Red Frog, but you have to make reservations, and my dad didn't. He got kicked to the side in Monkey Mash. So we used our time in Monkey Mash to make reservations for the Red Frog. Then us kids, we stayed out. We headed for a night on the town. We went to one of our favorite places. We called it Scarf Place. I love Scarf Place. There were scarves all over the ceilings. Don't know its name, but boy does it get you amped up. The next day, we headed to Belém to check out more Portuguese historical monuments and buildings. First, we went to a breakfast at a place that I picked out. Not like it's a crazy big deal or anything, but for the most part, people enjoyed their meals. Someone got pina colada oatmeal. I would have not got that. So if they didn't like their meal, that's not on me. I got a matcha, which is pretty cool. So get over it. I like matcha. Let's move on. In Belém, we toured the monastery, which was very grand and beautiful, and then we walked on over to the original place to make pastel de nata, none other than pastéis de Belém. According to my sources, pastel de natas were originally made in the monastery, but the monastery was short on money, so they sold their recipe to pastéis de Belém, which became the home of the pastel de nata, meaning they have the original pastel de natas there. These were the most amazing pastel de natas I had. They were crisp and everything you could want in a pastel de nata. Then we left Pastéis de Belém, walked across the street into some beautiful gardens. We saw birds, flowers. I saw a bench, I sat on it, and I was like, sitting on this bench would be so much better if my sister Piper was here. So we sat on it together.
We have landed in Belém. Today we go and see the Belém Tower of Belém. We cannot go in it until 2026. So we're just gonna be on the road. We just ate some food. Tummies are full, tummies are good. We're locked and loaded. We've got energy. How about we get a view of that over there? Explore a monument. Built many, many years ago. And there, that's the monastery.
Just go.
We made it to the Explorer Monument where we traveled up and got a great view of Portugal. It was comparable to the view of the bench Pipey and I were sitting on, but hey, we did get to see the Belém Tower from this one. And if you're wondering, it is still closed during this portion of the video. This is about 20 minutes later. Now we walk around. We went to a few closed art museums. We got kicked out because they're under construction and we don't know, we don't check that stuff. Finally, my dad led us to a nice street called Pink Street. There's a super unique book record store. In fact, some of us got these records. We wouldn't be seeing those until a week after we got home because they were left in all the luggages. We finally got our chance to go to the secret speakeasy. Each drink we ordered came out with something to nibble on to make each of the flavors come out. It was very interesting and I felt very sophisticated. The next morning we packed all our stuff up and headed to Sesimbra, which is about 45 minutes away from Lisbon. This is more of a beachside area. Our Ubers had done a great job of getting us here. Unfortunately, almost everyone was car sick. We had 2 people gagging in the bathroom. They were taking turns. My dad even joined in. I don't know why. It was very real. You had to be there.
Houseers, I'm back. We have hungry tummies. Everyone's in an angry mood, and this is the best time to catch everybody being their most authentic self. Sometimes it takes the most innermost of what you would know about a person if you would ever know what you knew about that person. That's all. That's all.
Today was the day that we are going to climb to a historic landmark, the castle in Sesimbra. It's on top of a hill, but many travelers have walked this path before. This would be no big deal, right? That's all just what they want you to think. My father warned everyone that it would be a lot of uphill, so my mom took a step back. The rest of us, we charged on. At various points during this climb, I had to use song to keep me moving. For example, 1, 2, 3, left, 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 right, left. At another point, I had to use some breath work. Finally, we saw a couple, and they did the good old classic smile and joke to the other hikers, and they said, "About halfway there," with a little chuckle. I laughed, but this was pure ignorance. I thought they were just joking with us. They were being very serious.
Strawberry daiquiri.
This is
Piper, can I get a cheers?
To me,
either.
Featuring, no, not this one.
Oh, I was like,
We are arrived in Sesimbra. So this is a beautiful, quaint beachside town here in Portugal. Come on, and we go through a little roundabout. We made it.
Now, this is what everyone has been dreading, the last full day in Portugal. We are headed to a secret beach, so secret in fact, that we have to either hike 2 miles to get there or use a boat taxi. And after our experiences the previous day, what do you think we did? We took a boat taxi. Though I cannot pronounce the name of this beach, it was beautiful. We watched as the tides changed, played among the critters of the beach for 5 hours. I'm talking crabs, not the infectious kind, slug things, fishies, snails, etc. It felt like we were on a stranded island, although there were plenty of people around us. When the boat taxi picked us up, they gave us a nice shoreline tour, which was unexpected, but thank goodness for that because we got to see pretty little sights. Now imagine this. We arrive back to the docks. Hungry girls and hungry guys. And we have to walk a mile. No one really wanted to sing or dance with me for some reason. And Ben's shoes were squeaking. But you know us stronger than this. You know we wouldn't stop here. We kept going. We decided to break off into 2 different groups for dinner. Essentially, it was octopus lovers versus the chicken chicks. And you're thinking, ha ha ha, real funny, Palace, chicken chicks. No, I'm trying to make it rhyme. I'm trying to make it go. What am I going to call the boys? Octopus... Olivers? I don't know, so.
Tiramisu time.
are yours already? What'd you
Moose time. Can I get a yum yum?
Missy. I try to buy it.
In the end, everyone got what they wanted. And so like that, we called it a night. We headed back to the hotels, started packing for the day ahead. We have a pretty busy day tomorrow, full of running through airports, missing flights, and losing our luggage. And of course, being a family that loves each other.
And with that, the 2025 season is over.
Oh my god.
I have one last thing I want to show you. Our bathroom. I love our bathroom. But what I love most about our bathroom is the pants on the floor. Because these pants on the floor are not just any pants. My friend forgot his own swim bottoms. So he decided to take a little squat. Squat down, ripped it like no other. Balls hanging out, touching the ocean. So if you were in the ocean today, just know you also touched his balls.
Do we have a bidet? I was too scared to use it.
Because he's big gay.
So